What's going on out there, good people, and welcome back to LMD Trading, where I am living my dream trading. Hope everybody out there is doing well today. As for myself, man, what an embarrassing, straight up embarrassing way to trade today for myself, man. This is just one of those days where you can have a nice green streak of days, and then you have one day that you don't do what the heck you were supposed to do, and it's like all those other days don't matter. Today was that day. Started off good. Started off well this morning. Took 2 trades. Well executed. And I said I was done. And that discipline crept in that I work on, and it said, that trade looks pretty good. Won't you take it? And it went downhill from there. It just flat out went downhill. So let's go ahead. Let's bring up TRADERVUE. I had brought this up, and I've been trying to figure out why the numbers look the way that they do. Because if I go in Ninja Trader, it shows that I'm green, like $52. And I'm like, why is this not showing that I'm green? But when I pulled it up, I figured out why, because it's accounting for some trades that I took last night. So that made me green overall on what they consider the day. But for the morning, reviewing trades for June 20th. Gross P&L, $15 in the red. $30 in commissions. Total P&L on the day, $44.58. So, red day. Made $145. I gave back $160 on 66% trade. And so I'm over 50% on my green trades, but look at this right here. Largest losing trade, $100 doggone dollars. I almost said a curse word. $100. You come right here and look at the P&L, basically like a P&L curve. I was wondering, I'm like, why does this always show red starting off? Well, the first trade that you take in the mornings, they automatically get their commissions off the top. So that instantly puts you down those commission fees. Small green trade, nice size green trade, and then I give it all back. At this point, I said I was done. I would have been up $84 on like 2 trades. Went back to the well around 11:30. Now, mind you, I said I was done at 10:30. So I'm saying I'm done at like 10:30. I go back to the well at 11:30 and I give it all back plus some. But when you look at these trades, that's going to make it even more embarrassing on my part. Let's look at the numbers. Like I said, first trade was a small green trade. Another small green one, basically flat. And then I get a good trade. Up $80. Solid trade. Turn back around. I give 60 of that back. Give 60 of it back. Turn right back around and I give $100 to the cause. I'm not giving nothing back at this point. I'm just giving $100 up to the cause. And then I come and I make $50 back. So at this point, when I take this trade, I think that I am flat, or not flat. I think I'm green on the day. So I'm like, okay, well, at least I finished with a green day. If you come up here and you look, that's the P&L on the day. That's what they're showing as my P&L on the day. But they're accounting for trades that I took yesterday evening, because their daily session runs 6 p.m. until 5 p.m. So 6 p.m. till 5 p.m., the market closes for an hour for maintenance, and then it's back open again. So Technically, I am green on this day, but on the morning session, I am red. And it feels like it's a huge red day because it should not have been that way. There should have been a decent trading day. Should have been a decent trading day, y'all. So that is what we did. That is what we did. Let's go ahead and bring up the charts. We'll kind of look at these trades. First trade this morning I took was on MNQ. So we'll take a real quick look at that one. It's going to be here on the right-hand chart, looking at it on the 2-minute chart. MNQ kind of got in this little uptrend on the 2-minute chart. Even down here on the 15, it was kind of transitioning to a uptrend, but get in right here. The previous high of day and previous low of day on these charts, they don't match up to what Thinkorswim is showing. So I'm not sure where it's pulling these lines from, but the stock still respects it. So I didn't really let it bother me today, but I did notice when I looked at Thinkorswim's charting, previous high, previous low, and close were in totally different areas of the chart. But get in. This thing tries to come up to previous high of day, pushes back down, I get out. I make $10 on that one contract. Good thing I did, it rolls over. So starting the morning off like, okay, all right, we kind of got a feel for what the market is doing. We kind of see what's up. Next trade, MES. And all the rest of these are going to be on MES. So let's go ahead, blow that up, bring this over. At the same time, I'm thinking, okay, let's see if MES might be bouncing. We got a little bottom and tail right here. So I get in right here. My stop should be right here, y'all. That's where the stop should be at. Get in. This thing makes this move higher. And let me make sure I'm at the right time because this doesn't look right, but it is. This makes this move like it's about to head higher. Comes up, breaks the fast, breaks the slow. And it fails trying to break over this slow moving average, rolls back over. I get out in this candle right here, basically making $5. Basically to say, okay, I don't want to pay commissions. I'm going to go ahead and make $5. Looking at MES, fast is below the slow. So we are in a defined downtrend. You got the VWAP above it. So we have a perfect stack, what I like to call a stack. That's looking good. So it's like, dude, why are you even thinking about going long right there? No harm, no foul. We didn't lose no money. Made a few dollars. When this breaks this area, I'm like, go short. Go in the direction that everything is telling you to go in. You come down, look at the 15-minute. 15-minute is clearly in a downtrend. So I jump in right here. I grab 4 contracts because I'm like, I'm on the right side of this trade. The first 2 trades up here, I only took 1 contract, kind of just feeling my way out to see if the market wants to kind of reverse. It doesn't. I'm back on the right side of the trade. I grabbed 4 contracts. Target was going to be here. I kind of cut bait a little early and I get out right here. This thing busts straight through this line and comes right down to the blue line. This really could have been the target. So I make $80 and I'm like, all right, I am done for the day. Lock this green day in, solid. Trade somewhat well thought out. This one bucking the trend, but like I said, stop is going to be right there. So a very tight stop. And I didn't even let this thing stop me out. When it kind of rolled back over, I went on and got out. When this broke this level, I'm like, okay, this is in a downtrend. Everything is showing it's in a downtrend. I get in, boom, money. Hanging out in the chat room, we just chatting. And I'm like, yeah, good solid day. I'm done trading. Still watching, still watching, still watching. MES comes up, boom, testing this line again. Remember I said that this could have been my target. It tested, pushes up. I like this picture. I like this picture. If you trade, and I'm sure there's some traders out there, a lot of y'all know, you could just look at a chart and say, I like the way that that looks. One thing that I do know is that I was buying at the top of the channel. If I drew a trend line right there, I'm buying it at the top. But my thought, get in right here, put the stop right here, and let this thing do what it does. I buy 2 contracts, and I'm playing it just to go back up. This thing rolls over. Now, my picture still hadn't changed. Let's go with a 5-minute just so you can kind of see it a little bit better, because this was the chart that I was using. So getting in right there. And I said a stop was down there. Stop was more so right up under this line. So this pushes up again. Look what it tests. Slow moving average. It fails. It comes back down. It stops me out. And look at what it does after it stops me. It basically takes my money and takes off. Once it does that, now I've given back part of what I made today. I'm still green. When it breaks down here, I get the wise idea to short this thing. And I'm thinking, I'm going to short this back down to right here. This thing rips, comes back up to the slow moving average, stops me out. That's that $100 loss that y'all saw. And now I'm like, oh, you dummy. Comes up, pulls back. I still like this picture. This picture has never changed. So why I went short right here, anybody's guess. Right here, too tight of a stop. That's all that was. Stop should have been right here where I said it was at on the 2-minute chart. That's the pivot. This is where I should have had to stop at. But I stopped out right there. I get the wise idea to go short. Nope. This thing ramps right back up, stops me out, pulls back, comes back up. And when it comes back up, I'm thinking, you had it right the entire time. When I got in this trade down over here, when I got in the trade right here, I had the right idea the entire time. Tight stop. It is what it is. Waste of money. That could have been avoided. Up, pulls back. I get in right here. So I'm in right here. Stop's going to be back down here. I size in right here because now I'm like, dude, you know you had it on the right side. The only issue with this right now is VWAP. It's the only issue. So let's keep going. This thing breaks through VWAP. No problems. I'm sure if we look at the 2-minute, it probably did have a little bit of issue. Where are we at? So getting in right there. I didn't even, that's the thing, man. That's the other thing. VWAP was actually my target. I'm talking about, I figured it was going to have an issue with VWAP. VWAP was my target. This is where my target was at. But this pulls back, comes up, and now I'm so tired of getting chopped out over here that I move my stop up. This thing tags me. I make 50 bucks. Again, I'm thinking I'm just trying to get back green. So I get out, I make 50 bucks. and look at what this thing does. Absolute freaking madness. Absolute madness. So again, target, and I don't know why these charts don't really look like they do on my laptop, because I thought I had another line like right up in here, because this was going to be target, but this was like a secondary target right here using this tail. But just frustrating, y'all. Frustrating. Let's look at this. So that's 44, 24, 75. VWAP is 27. That's 3 points. Times 5, that's 15. Multiply that by 5 contracts. That's $75 more. But let's not do that. Let's go and let's 2-minute bar by bar this. So getting out 44.24. If we 2-minute bar by bar this, I'm not stopping out to, let's just say this one. We won't include that one. Let's say that right there. That's 36. Out at 24, it would have got up to 36. That's 12. Multiply 12 by 5. That's 60. Multiply that by 5. It's $300. That's $300 that was left on the table, and no real reason to get out of the trade right there, other than looking at the P&L, seeing that the trade was up $50. Actually, it was probably up about 85, because it was up around here when I moved my stop and put it right here, and this pulled back into my stop and tagged me. But again, 2-minute bar by bar. I put the stop right there. I put the stop right there. This thing rips through VWAP. I put the stop there. I'm not stopping out till I get up here. And it's going to be $300 plus whatever was right there that got left on the table. So this could have been a $350 trade. Not even thinking about it. Could have just took this one contract and had to stop where it should have been at. And this thing has gone from 23 to 37, 14 points. That particular trade, I was in 4. Let's see. I was in 2 contracts. So just taking this trade stop right there, wouldn't have had to take any more trades, and that would have been a solid green trade, and that would have made the day even better. But just one of those just flat out frustrating days where, first of all, I shouldn't have been taking none of those trades because I said I was done. But even still, the trade that I did take was a good trade. I just had to stop like, just a hair too tight. Just looking at, I'm just shaking my head, man. But thanks for checking me out as always. If you have not hit that like button, please do so. Please do so. I would greatly appreciate it. If you have not subscribed, please think about subscribing. It doesn't cost you a thing, and it would help me out greatly. And as always, we can continue the conversation in the comment section. Yeah, just got to shake my head with today. Today was just what should have been a nice, smooth day. Turns out to be one that has literally given me a headache. I have a headache right now. So I need to get up, go grab me something to eat, and see if that might be what's the problem. But on that note, I'm going to wrap this one up, and we'll be back at it again tomorrow. Peace.